Well, I think it's important to empower athletes to succeed and achieve in education because we're going to see benefits right across the full scope of sports interests. I think it's really exciting that over the last 10 to 20 years, the discussions around the wellbeing space have really started to pick up a lot of traction, and there's this growing acknowledgement that there is going to be a huge impact made to sport by investing in athletes' health and wellbeing, and education is a really, really important part of that. Sports science has gotten us so far, and I think the next frontier, the next competitive edge in sport is actually going to happen in this wellbeing space. Think about the life of an athlete. Short-termed, transient, quite insecure when you think about contract duration and where the next one's going to come from. On top of that, we've got a full-time occupation, one that's incredibly physically demanding on athletes. So we're fighting against levels of exhaustion, and then all of the other personal responsibilities that fall outside of that. On top of it, we're expecting athletes to have this perfect vision of what life after sport is going to look like. We're expecting a lot of young men who are on average between 18 and late 20s at best. We need to find ways not just to be able to support, give resources and tools to athletes to succeed in education endeavours, but to reshape the landscape of education for athletes so they're set up to succeed rather than fail. Athletes we know are overrepresented in certain areas of mental health issues, and they're at their most vulnerable transitioning out of sport. Engaging in education and pre-retirement planning is an early intervention and prevention strategy in keeping athletes safe into, through and out of sport. Sport has a duty of care and responsibility to make sure that athletes are better for their participation in sport. And it's a hard idea to understand and get our head around because we like to think that athletes are quite privileged, but in many ways they're actually quite disadvantaged, and education and the kind of opportunities in that space is one of them. So for me, it's really exciting because we know why it's important to invest in athlete education. What our research answers is the next question: how do we do it, and how do we do it well?